Hi, welcome to day 12 of my 30 days to my leap of faith. I've been calling this the Lizzy Be Love show, and I like saying that because I've had a few different radio shows. I think I've had three different shows that have all been the same thing, just different names. And the one that I like the best, that I actually never had one, was the Lizzy Be Love show. And I was even thinking of the Lizzy Be Love Yourself show. But the Lizzy Be Love show just sounds so much easier to say and more fun for me. So today's day 12, and I'm really excited about day 12 because it was a really hard day for me. And I'm starting to see hard things as opportunities to learn and to grow rather than an example of how the universe hates me or how life sucks. You know, it's like instead of looking for evidence that life sucks, I'm looking for evidence that the universe loves me and responds to my thoughts. Therefore, it is in my power to create a better experience through higher consciousness, through more positive being, more positive thinking. And even as I say that, I see these angel wings and this really beautiful reinforcement of that idea. And I feel love, I feel warmth, I feel like Mother Mary or the angels wrapping their wings around me. Like this is a huge lesson for me to be learning, especially having grown up the way I did and helping other people maybe experience the same thing. It's a big lesson for me today. So today, what happened was last night. If anyone doesn't know, there's a huge heat wave happening in California right now, and it was so crazy to the point where I was looking this evening at like 6:30 or something like that, 6 o'clock this evening. I was looking at my iPhone to the different weather reports, and it said that it was 81 in Berkeley, 81 in Oakland, 81 in San Francisco. In San Diego, it was like 88. And in Del Mar, which is where I'm from, which is in San Diego, it's on the coast, it's on the beach, it was like 93 or something. Like it was crazy. I don't know how accurate it is, but I've never seen Del Mar, first of all, that hot. I've never seen San Francisco that hot either. At 6 o'clock in the evening, 81 degrees. That must have been like, I don't know, in Soma or the financial district. If you know San Francisco, the outer sunset, there's no way it would have been that hot that late. There's just a lot of fog out there. That's out by Ocean Beach. And so there's this heat wave happening in California. And so last night it was really hot and I did not sleep well. I also have, I think they're flea bites on my forearm. I don't know if you can see it, but I think I got these the other night from somebody's dog, which is annoying. Their dog shouldn't be on public furniture someplace if they have fleas, right? So I got frustrated about that, but also like it's been waking me up because they get so itchy at night. And I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I get mosquito bites or spider bites or flea bites and my body just really reacts to it. So I get super itchy and it wakes me up. Like during the day it's fine, but at night I get woken up because it hurts. Like it literally wakes me up. It's so itchy. And I wake up itching it. Like it's annoying. And so I got this homeopathic and I put tiger balm on it because I learned in Thailand that helps reduce the itch. And the next step is to get some kind of steroid cream or something if I have to. But so I did not sleep very well last night at all. I had a really hard time going to sleep. Same thing the night before. It took me a while to go to sleep, but at least I fell asleep. And then this morning, I woke up and I just knew, it was like that, oh gosh, like I just did not sleep. I woke up like a million times last night. Like I would fall into like a deep sleep and then wake up and then deep sleep and then wake up, which is different than just having a light sleep. So part of me felt rested and part of me did not at all. Plus it was really hot today and I went on a really long walk again and hiked and it was just like mostly uphill. It gets me into great physical, I don't want to say it gets me into great shape, like I am in great shape, but it's more of like I feel good in my body. Like I feel strong, I feel like connected, like hiking really helps me feel kind of like, because I think maybe that's what humans used to do is we used to walk everywhere. And so when I do a lot of walking, a lot of hiking, I feel really in my body, but I just feel like a human, like how humans are really supposed to feel. When I'm not walking a lot, when I'm in an office a lot, like I feel disconnected from my humanity in a way, like I just don't feel that connection to, like, my body just doesn't, I don't feel aligned, mind, body, spirit kind of thing. So anyway, I was really tired. And so what I ended up doing a lot of the day was actually spending time looking online at, applying to different jobs, doing different things, but also just kind of relaxing because it was so hot. The coolest place was in the kitchen. So I was watching, some TV shows on my phone while doing work online. And I have a really hard time allowing myself to just relax and not do anything. So it was really challenging for me. But then, like halfway through the day, I realized that question that I was talking about yesterday, I think, where it was like, who do I have to be to get where I want to go? Well, I have to be in my highest self, in my most compassionate self. And what would my most compassionate self say? Well, I babysat Sunday and Monday, and today was really hot, and I didn't sleep very well. And I'm in this space of like total craziness, like I'm moving in 2 weeks. And so I can't find a job here because I'm moving. I mean, I can do online work, but I'm in this like free space where I'm allowed to have a little bit more leeway than I would otherwise, because I'm not trying to establish myself someplace. I'm not trying to find something sustaining here. I have this free time, before I move. So how am I going to approach that? And I was like, I deserve to relax. Who cares if I sit here and watch a TV show? Who really cares? Who is paying attention? Am I afraid that the universe is going to punish me for this? Am I afraid that all of a sudden I'm going to do this forever? Like, what is it really? And again, I see this image of the angels because they're like, yes, this is exactly where we want you to go with this. Whose voice is that in my head, telling me that that's not okay? At one point in time, it was my parents, but now they're nowhere around. They're 500 miles away. It was me. I was home alone, and it was me giving myself a hard time. And so it was like this herky-jerky movement of like, I can relax. I'll let myself relax. And then, 20 minutes later, it's like, oh God, I should be doing something. Oh wait, let's just relax. Oh, I should be doing something. First of all, I am doing something. It's very rare that you find me not doing anything, because even if I'm not doing anything, I'm freaking out mentally. So that's still doing something. And it got to the point where I realized that it's all in my head. A lot of this is all in my head. The judgments I have, the beliefs I have, the thoughts of what I should be doing, all this stuff, it's in my head. So therefore, it's not real. I don't have to listen to it anymore. And that awareness really helped me create some separation from it. First, I have to have the compassion for myself, but I could separate myself from it and be like, this isn't real. And so I was also having a hard time because I was by myself all day, and I don't like to be by myself all day. I like to be around people, and part of that is because I just like to be around people, and part of that is because then I have to feel my feelings. I have to sit in my stuff if I'm by myself. And I was talking to a friend this evening, because then I made plans to hang out with some friends this evening. But it was this evening. I didn't even meet up with them until it was like 6:30. And then my other friend showed up an hour later. And so I was alone by myself until that time. And even then I realized, like, all of this anxiety, this like disassociation I'm feeling, this disconnection I'm feeling, this lack of groundedness, this overwhelming emotions, those aren't even real either. Like, those are a part of me having an emotional reaction to something, but that doesn't make it the driver of the bus. Like, I don't have to live through that. I can acknowledge it and feel it and let it be what it is, but I don't have to live my life through the lens of that sad part of myself, if that makes sense. And it really helped me move through it. So I could say, like, okay, well, what would be the most beneficial thing for me to be doing right now in an alignment with relaxing and having a good time and not driving myself crazy and not isolating myself and not watching TV all day, because I don't want to do it all day, but like, an hour and a half is like not that bad. And not even every day, but even if it was every day, I have a lot of free time on my hands. It's okay. Like, I'm not, avoiding anything by doing it. So, it was interesting because then I ended up at this park and I was reading a book, and then I was like, texting with my sisters-in-law, and I don't know, there's this part of me that was like, is learning that balance between acknowledging my emotions, acknowledging, what's coming up, and also doing something in the world and not just making it one or the other. And I don't know if you're going to relate to this or not, but maybe you will. I mean, maybe you beat yourself up. Maybe you question yourself, and I was really questioning myself today, and I kind of was going back and forth around my decision. But through the process of me relaxing and me surrendering and me just giving myself the space to relax, which is what I needed. It was freaking hot outside. I did not sleep well, and I really didn't have that I had to do today. So to me, that sounds like an ample opportunity. I mean, some people would be super grateful. I know people that have kids that would just like, almost kill somebody for a chance to have this relaxing time. So it was more of like being in appreciation and gratitude for what I have, and not focusing on what I don't have, and not using what I don't have as a reason to beat myself up and to ignore what I do have. And so that's, I guess, my question for you today. What is it in your life that you do have that you can honor and be grateful for? And where can you bring the awareness that what is going on in your head is just in your head? And they go hand in hand, because when I step back from freaking out over something that's not really that big of a deal, I am aware of the things around me that are totally blessings and gifts. I mean, I had the luck to see somebody, in a wheelchair, to see people, like, to get these examples of like, wow, that person, their life might be fantastic, but I'm really grateful for my functional body. I'm really grateful for the time that I have. I'm really grateful for the food I have. I'm really grateful for the phone. It's like I just come into the space of gratitude around it. So that was my lesson today. And I got this beautiful email from somebody who's been watching my videos, who's a coach and a healer like me. So thank you. I just briefly looked at your email, so your name is escaping my mind right now. I'll give you a shout out tomorrow. But thank you so much for reaching out and contacting me. I'm definitely going to connect with you. And please, anybody else, you can find my information in any of these videos in the descriptions, and contact me through my website. And I'd love to connect with you and hear about your story of your own leap of faith, because we're all in it together, and it's not easy. It is not easy. I was freaking out today because it's so not easy, but it's so worth it. Trust me, it is so worth it. So I'm sending you many, many angel blessings, and have a beautiful day. And if you're in the Bay Area, or if you're in California, it's going to be a hot one tomorrow, and then it's supposed to go back down. This is how crazy it is. It's like 90 degrees today, and in less than a week it will be 66 degrees. So crazy. So do some immune boosting stuff, because your immune system can take a hit when there's such fluctuations between temperature. So anyway, that's my wellness coaching for the moment. Many, many blessings. Have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.